Hi, my name is Gareth Thorban, and welcome to Handball 101. Here, I will teach you all about the basics, the fundamentals, and the fun in handball. Let's go. First, we're going to talk about the equipment needed to play handball. Gloves, safety goggles, and your handball. Handball is played in a four-walled court area and is usually played with 2, 3, or 4. The goal of handball is to hit the ball against the back wall and have it bounce twice so your opponent cannot return it. This will result in a point for you or your team. But how do you get the ball in play, you may ask? I'll teach you. This is what we like to call a serve. We'll demonstrate a serve for you. See how the ball hit the back wall first and then bounced and didn't hit any other walls? This is illegal. However, there are very many examples of illegal serves that will result in a fault or a side out. Here my friend will demonstrate one illegal serve, the short serve. This is where the ball hits the back wall but bounces before the short line, which is the second white line on the court. That will result in a fault. You have 2 faults, and then it is a side serve. It's called the long serve. This is where it hits the back wall, and then before bouncing on the ground, it hits the wall closest to the window. That is a long serve. The server must stay in between the serve line. These are the 2 white lines that form a rectangle across the court. A fault serve is a foot fault. This is where the foot is placed outside of the serving box. In order to serve, the player must first bounce the ball in the serving box and then hit it. However, there are also serves that result in a side out, which means the other opponent or the other team will begin to serve. A serve that hits the ground before hitting the back wall is considered a side out. Oh, better luck next time. A typical game of handball is not rally scoring. This means that you can only score when you are the one serving the ball. A typical game will go to 21 points in a set of 3. The tiebreaker game is usually played to 11 points. A screen serve is another example of a serve that can result in a fault. A screen serve is when the ball that has been served passes so close to the server or the server's teammate that it becomes a hindrance for the oppositional player. This means that they won't be able to see the ball, and this results in a screen serve, which is a stop of play. 2 screen serves result in a fault. Turning the ball is simple as hitting it with your back or front of your hand. The wrist area and using both of your hands at once is a no. Kept by a referee who sits atop a post with a microphone that plays their voice throughout the court for the players to be able to hear. The referee will call the serving player's score first, and then the score of the oppositional player. Physical contact to disrupt a player's path is not allowed, and this is called a hinder. There are many kinds of hinders, most of them being avoidable. This means that the player could have moved out of the way to prevent them from being in their opponent's path. These hinders result in a side out or a point depending on who is serving. All in all, handball is a complicated but very fun sport. I recommend that you get into it.